What's up YouTube, it says Philipich, let's go forward, okay? So before I explained how the world works, so basically that's a nature, that's our only humans, and those are everything that we can see, which we call supernatural, but we don't understand yet. It's extremely simple. The first one, your spot, which you are stone or something materialistic, then your nature, which grows, which means that you are doing it, and then your animal. So basically what I'm trying to say is that we in this world are only because we are learning, but not what we think that we're learning. Because every single day when you get new experiences, basically what I believe is that this is like a big school. Like entire life is school, because it's so easy to explain. Because if that's true, then all of this, everything is created exactly like I'm talking about. And we are inside some sort of school, and more that we live, more we learn. Maybe we are becoming an energy. I have even that, bro. Even the explanation how energy works. So, the first one, you're stone, then you're nature, then you're animal, then you are a guy who works, then you are a guy who creates, then you're a guy who invents, and then you're a guy who ruled the world, government I call them. Then after that you get exactly through same process, just as a woman, because women have different lives. But you're again woman who works, woman who creates, woman who invents, and woman who are ruling the world, government usually. Now, these lot of ideas, works, shops, everything that when we say Facebook, you feel something, right? You see, oh, that's big or oh, that is small. Everything was done here, which means that this is only a plot for normal humans to use. So when you go through all of that, you become an idea, which means that you need to transform yourself into so good idea that someone from the bottom will take you and create you. Because if your idea, only thing that matters to you is to be created, right? And if you are creator or talented human, you will only create the good ideas, which means better idea who you are, more you're gonna be created into the reality, because no one wants to stay up here. So this guy who is creator or basically talented human will try to only create good ideas. So idea needs to now change or transform itself into something that this guy will create you. And at the top is fulfillment, which is map how the world works. So after you finish being an idea, you get to a new level, and that's called how the world works. I've been thinking that you only shape it. It doesn't matter how, but you only shape it. And the ideas try to match the map. And if everything goes perfect, we live our life. And that's perfect, right? Nothing is missing. So okay. So let's go now how about to be different stuff as lightning and so on. How to cure cancer and so on. Easy. I mean, who the heck? Why never asked me before? Okay, so I first look at outside and I see what is black is past. And what is white? Future. So it's extremely simple. What is past is black and what is right is future. Why so? Because if it's black, it's no longer there, right? I mean, obviously. But you will understand why. If it's black, nothing is there, right? Space works like that. In space, black is not there. Why past? Well, what if before everything was white? You see, the future is there because you see it, but you are not there yet. Because the future means that you will be there. So if something is white, you are basically already there, which makes the future, because you will be there in some time. Because obviously when you see, you need to get to there to actually be there. And why black is past? Okay, so that's an extremely simple question. So let's say the light. That's the light. I mean, that's the light. No, it won't work. That's better, that's the light. Now everything was white before, like I said, right? So if everything is perfect, there is no such thing as black items or black ideas, because everything's supposed to be white, and in whiteness, everything that is white is basically completed, it's finished. If you're white, you can just go, leave. You don't need to be anymore here on this planet, by saying. We will see now why. So that's the light from sun, for example, but that wasn't all the time like that. So this happens, these are the splitting, and that happens, and that happens, which means that light got splitted into multiple areas. And if you know how rainbow works, more than you split, that's possibly not in the same direction, more than you split light, you get colors, right? Which means that whiteness is basically what it was before, and if you see colors, that's just whiteness getting splitted. Now, why are whiteness getting splitted, right? Because those things inside here are black. And why right here? I'm just gonna circle it so you can see where I'm showing. Somewhere here, right here, was something black and splitted her into different direction. Now you're asking, what is that? What is this black thing right there? Well, usually it's an object or something that is black, which means that already happened, right? It's past. So now you're getting, right? If this hit the black, which means that there is something else from the past, and each glass got splitted in direction, which means that the light, maybe it's the light, it's how we call it light, it's basically not light, but it's just whiteness, perfection, and so on. So more than you split whiteness, more you get, maybe colors, and then even the objects. So which means that there was something else here, something black, that can destroy light. Not yet sure how, but I mean obviously I know how, but let's see. So this got split into multiple areas, right? And the biggest question is, if that's a light right now, how can you go all the time forward, right? Well, black are different things. I call them problems, because every time you have a problem, you split yourself into different locations, and that hurts, and you need to do it over again and again. I mean, I guess. Okay, so now every time you have a problem, you need to solve the problem to get forward, like everyone needs to, because lightning is warm and it's actually solving. Everything that is warm, it's moving faster, which means that it's activating, and if it's cold, it will freeze and stop, which means that that's actually exactly how it is. Space is cold, right? Because there's nothing and it will stop the lightning. But that's not all the time, because lightning in theory is supposed to all the time win, right? That's why I call it the problems. So let's go to the problems area. Okay. So the problems can be different. The first problem can be only moving something forward and backwards, and that's black, my problem. But, or let's say that's green. So this one is moving up or down. Simple, right? Now the first problem is just to wait, and when it goes through, you get through. When it moves away, that's the first problem. Then there's a lot of problems. The second problem is if something is intentionally being on here all the time, then you just touch it and wait, and then if it doesn't move or move out, it actually should move because you are pushing it forward, and let's say that goes up. So that's the second problem. The third problem is if you have problems inside the problem, which means that every time you get forward, the goal is to make a light straight forward, and there will be objects in between, right? And if there's an object, the lightning will get split, like I showed before, which means that that's a damage. Because before we were perfect, but now everyone got split, right? they call it a Big Bang theory, when everything got exploded, right? Or maybe it was true, maybe that Big Bang was perfection, but something went wrong and we all lost everything, and we all got put it aside. And more that we live, worse it will get, which means that everything from past will be always seems better, because that's just the way it is. We can't put universe together back. Maybe we'd use this, we can, but not exactly. Okay, so these are problems. So every time you hit a problem inside the problem, you need to solve all the problems inside this problem, and after that you can move forward. So let's say the first problem is just moving up and down, the second problem is waiting for you, the third problem is just in the way, which means that you can move it, but you have to step outside light and then move it, or getting through. So after you do that, after all are finished, all problems, you can finish the last problem, which is this problem, and you move forward. So those are the problems that you can face if you're the light. I know it sounds strange, but yeah, if you're light, you can save problems like that. So there's even one more that is like this and like that, and then it have connections. And then this is the light. Theoretically, if you choose this tunnel, it will move you to here, and that's an enter. That's a tube or something like that. This is enter and this is exit. So what you do here is, because this can rotate, you need to create your own one. Come here and create your own one that goes forwards, right? And that will be the exit. So you can more easily go through. Extremely simple. Okay, so that is basically in this video how a universe works, who are we, and what is all of this. And I hope that's it. By the way, guys, thanks for watching. My name is Filip Pichun. See you next time. Goodbye.